Yo, how's it going, comic book community? Welcome back to Comic Talk. Going over the pull list for September 9th. And for those of you that aren't aware, here in Hawaii, we had a mandatory stay-at-home order. So it was really hard to get our books this week. Only choices I had was either to order it online and get my books late, or talk to the comic book shops themselves, who were still doing delivery orders. So we were able to get our books, albeit 1 day late. Got some titles because we were, that day late. I wasn't able to get to the store in time. So unfortunately, no Image books. Well, except for one. We got one Image book and no Black Widow. But we'll rectify that and make sure we pick up those books at a later time. But without further ado, let's get into our pull list for September 9th, 2020. And first up, Indie Book from Doom by Al Ewing. We only find them when they're dead. Really looking forward to this book. So just on hype alone, because indies are important, this is going to be my pick of the week. I'm really looking forward to reading this book by Al Ewing, who's currently penning The Immortal Hulk, one of the better Marvel titles going on right now. So looking forward to that. On to some DC stuff. We got Batman issue 98, Joker War. We have the Art Germ variant, cardstock variant with Punchline turning into Joker. Probably the cover of the week right there for me personally. Really dig that book. But this is part 4 of the Joker War. Of course, we got the cover A. Harley Quinn is back to join in on the fight. More from DC here. We got Deceased, Dead Planet issue 3. Justice League Dark, in the last issue, got into some trouble, so it looks like they're still alive and they're trying to get through whatever's happening there in this book. And Zatanna, Wonder Girl, John Constantine there on the cover. Next book we have is Batman The Adventures Continue issue number 4. This is a digital only series finally coming to comics to print here, issue 4. This book's picking up some steam. If you guys like the Bruce Timm DC animated series from the 90s, Batman the Animated Series, this book is for you. Very good book. It's very fun if you enjoyed the animated series. Next up, we have Justice League 52. This is the variant cover. So, of course, Justice League is always tied into some of the main DC stories that are going to happen. So, a big one that's happening soon, Dark Knights, is about to tie into the Justice League books. So, we're looking forward to that in the next few issues. On to the solo Image title we were able to pick up this week. This is the second printing of Ice Cream Man issue number 20. Ice Cream Man in this issue is telling a story to these two young kids, and there's some Dr. Seuss themed shenanigans going on, so they continued with this cover here, Dr. Seuss cover. Very dark book, so if you like horror comics, I would suggest checking out Ice Cream Man. We have another second printing here. I believe the rest of the books, except for one, are all second, third printings. We have Captain Marvel issue 18, second printing. We were missing on the first cover A of Captain Marvel 18 because she was holding the Accuser hammer, and that book, just because of the cover alone, just went off of the shelf. So it was really hard to pick up that book. I do not have a cover of it. I have the variant cover B for that book, but we picked up the second printing there. Anytime there's a second, third printing of a book, that means it's hot. Should be something to keep an eye on. Here we have the third printing, issue number 5 of Thor. This is a hot book, already going for about $9 to $10. And this is for a third printing because this is the first cover appearance of the Black Winter here. A new Thor. Actually, even a new Marvel A-level threat villain that we might see down the line with Black Winter there. Issue 27, Venom, second printing. This is a scene in the book that happens when Venom runs into this symbiote Avengers team in this dystopian alternate future that he gets thrown into. So really good book there as well. There's some reveals in that book that you guys might like. We have the finale here for Empire issue number 6. This is a variant cover with Captain Marvel between the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. We're going to find out what happens in this book. This is the finale for Empire, the current big event book going on right now. And that will do it for the week. Empire closes out for September 9th. Again, we didn't pick up Firepower. Stargazer was a book that came out from Image this week, and Ascender issue 12, I believe, was this week as well, from Dustin Nguyen and Jeff Lemire. What else are we missing? Black Widow. We weren't able to get a Black Widow cover. Of course, the J. Scott Campbell variant is scrolling right there in the slideshow, so hopefully we'll be able to pick up. I believe we'll be able to pick up a cover soon. Next week, I've started an official pull list with the store, so we'll be getting those books guaranteed. Some variant covers, some Ultraman number 1, Rise of the Ultraman next week, along with. Honestly, I really can't remember for the 9th, or excuse me, for the 15th. No, for the 9th. Yeah, for the 9th. So, I was saying today was September 9th for comics, but this week was for September 2nd, so excuse me. I'm so far ahead getting ready for the following week. Comics are always coming out every Wednesday, so you got to be ready for the next week ahead. So, I jumped the gun a little bit there, but that's all right. I appreciate it. If you guys love the comic content, be sure to come over to YouTube. ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn, and join the Discord as well. Link in the description below. Of course, we're always picking up collections. I got a collection I got to view this weekend. We picked up one for $100, 3 long boxes. I'll be showing you guys shortly over on Twitter and YouTube what we collected. You don't want to miss out on what we picked up. The live stream over on Twitch, got to see it the other night. We were marking out big time. So look, be on the horizon for that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for September 2nd, the pull list here at Comic Talk, and we'll see you in the next one.